hair because we're rough. If you're very rough, baby, those ends. Hey hair farmers, my name is Nasu and I'm super excited to welcome you back to my channel. In today's video, we are going to be talking about hair goals and our 2023 hair calendar. So I'm going to start by talking about some of the hair goals that you guys said you have for the year. If you didn't know, I put up a poll on my YouTube community. So there's a question there asking guys what your hair goals for 2023 are. I also asked my Instagram followers on my hair farmer account at the .hairfarmer, and then I also asked my WhatsApp context. All right, so before we get into everything with regards to our hair goals and calendar, I just want to start by saying that our hair is part of our body, right? The overall health of your body impacts the overall health of your hair. So if you are anemic or you've got an iron deficiency, or maybe there's a bit of a hormonal imbalance or excessive stress levels, that will ultimately impact the overall health of your hair. So I just encourage you guys, if you can, please just get regular checkups, or at least get a checkup this year, just to make sure that everything is balanced, so that there is nothing that is really fundamentally impacting your hair growth. Because hair growth, as much as there are things we can do externally to our hair, it also starts from the inside out. So please get a checkup, go to your doctor, and just make sure that everything is functioning properly. All right, so I'm gonna put up the results of the poll. That's what we said on YouTube. A lot of people wanted hair growth and length retention. That's what people said on Instagram. I think Instagram is where more people came in and said they wanted thickness, and then people generally on my WhatsApp said they want hair growth and length retention. And I think this is good, because hair growth and length retention are almost two sides of the same coin. Because if your hair is growing and you're not retaining the length, then it's like, you know, there's almost no point in having hair growth if you're not going to retain the length. So I'm going to break down each of these goals and give you guys like some tactics as to how you can attain them. So I'm going to start with hair growth, and I'm going to talk about length retention, and I'm going to talk about thickness. All right, so let's start with the hair growth. Growth is basically hair coming out of your roots, hair coming out of your hair follicles. Number one, you want to stimulate your hair follicles using products. I did a whole video discussing the different types of products that you can use to stimulate your hair growth. And then number two, you want to improve the blood circulation to your scalp, which in turn leads to the nourishment of your follicles. All right, so if you eat a balanced diet, those nutrients are going to dissolve into your blood. And when they dissolve into your blood, and you exercise, or you do frequent scalp massages, those nutrients, the blood circulation and the nutrients in the blood, are going to go to your scalp, which in turn leads to your follicles, and then your follicles are nicely nourished, and then this leads to promotion of hair growth. All right, so we want to stimulate our follicles using different products, and we want to ensure that we have proper blood circulation to our scalp. Feel free to go check out my hair growth series. I did a whole series on hair growth. So another thing that you guys mentioned is length retention. Hair growth focuses on your scalp, and then length retention focuses on your ends. Said it a million times on this channel, your ends are the oldest and driest part of your hair. So these parts of your hair need to be baby. So you need to detangle your hair gently. I'm gonna upload a short on how to detangle your hair. You just have to have a very gentle hand when it comes to detangling. Why? Because that's where a lot of us lose hair, because we're rough. If you're very rough, baby, those ends, they're just gonna fall off, they're just gonna break off. So you need to make sure that you are very gentle when you're detangling, to make sure that you hold on to your length and to minimize breakage. Another thing, split ends. I know we all hate it, but we need to trim our split ends. Spoken about this in a previous video, how to retain length. I'm literally just low-key summarizing that video, but you can go check it out there. Spoken about length retention. Now we're going to talk about thickness. Thickness is a little bit, in my opinion, controversial, because on the one hand, there are certain things that you can do to improve the thickness of your hair, but then also on the other hand, genetics kind of play a role. So your hair can grow thick, but I really can't promise you that your hair will, like, you know, I mean, miracles do happen, but I cannot promise that myself. So yeah, I just want to kind of put that out there. Like, when it comes to thickness, there are a lot of herbs I think that really help with that. You've got your rosemary, you've got your amla. I've also heard great things about cloves and moringa. Please feel free to do your research on that. Castor oil, I've also found, has helped several people improve the thickness of their hair. I've also heard of people who've taken vitamins to help grow their hair and to help thicken their hair, but I do not recommend that. Especially just by yourself going to the pharmacy to buy vitamins or whatever. Make sure that you are directed by your doctor, because we don't want anybody having any side effects or destabilizing certain things in their bodies. All right, now that we've spoken about each goal and the ways that you could achieve each of these goals, we're going to speak about like a potential hair calendar. Your hair calendar, I don't want to like present a hair calendar to you guys, because I know we all have different schedules and different routines and things like that, and different priorities. So I can't really like be like, okay, do this in March, do this in September, do this, whatever. No, but what I can say is just like, you know, have like a bit of a ratio. So like 1-4 ratio. So 1 week in the hair, 4 weeks in a protective style, that type of thing for your hair calendar, so that you retain your growth as much as possible, retain your length as much as possible. Let's say you have your wig in, that is your protective style. So that protective style is helping you retain your length, because it's keeping your hair tucked away and it's ensuring that you're not constantly manipulating your hair. And then if you're able, if it's not glued in, if you can like take it off, then you could be applying oils to your scalp and stimulating your follicles, and also eating a healthy diet. So that way you're like killing 2 birds with 1 stone. You're stimulating your hair follicles with scalp massages and like constantly oiling your hair to improve the growth, and then you're also keeping your hair protected by you know, being in that protective style for like a month or so. And after that, you take down those cornrows, and then you wash your hair and do all these thickening treatments for like a week, and then you quickly get the next protective style, because we're trying to make sure that our hair is protected as much as possible, sure that we retain our length. I hope this video is helpful for you guys. Please like, share, and subscribe.